Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading, The Person on Your Mind. You already know how we do it over here. This is not surface tarot. This is not they like you, but they're shy. This is clarity. This is accountability. This is energy exposed. So today we're getting into why they're thinking about you, why they're hiding, and what they feel. And what are they actually going to do? Because over here, feelings don't impress us, movement does. Now, real quick, a lot of you guys have been emailing me asking me, is the 3 for $33 still open? Yes, it's still open. You can ask me any 3 questions, any direct questions for just $33. Ask about this person, a new relationship connection, your finances, your career, your business, or if you just need guided life coaching because, honey, life is lifing. I got you. Everything is in the description. And if you have been here for a while, you already know when I speak on YouTube, it gets personal. Okay? So it's a lot of things I can say in a personal reading that I cannot say here on YouTube. All right? So now, take a breath. You have 3 piles. Pile 1, the moon plus the green aventurine. Pile 2, justice plus amethyst. And pile 3, the magician plus clear quartz. Don't overthink it and pick the one that calmly pulls you in, not the one you want, the one that chose you. All right, so let's get straight into your reading. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading, Pile 1. This reading is about the person on your mind, the one you keep thinking about, the one whose name still hits your nervous system, and the one where you're like, what is really going on here? See, today we're going to find out what they feel, what they're hiding, where this is headed, and what the real energy is behind this connection. Because over here, we don't do delusion, we do clarity. Now, real quick, a lot of you have been asking me if the 3 for $33 is still open. Yes, it is still open. And you can ask me any 3 questions for just $33. Ask about this person, a new relationship, your finances, your career, your business, or if you just need guided life coaching because you're at a crossroads. I got you. And let me say this. There are things that I can say in a personal reading that I cannot say here on YouTube. And if you know, you know. Everything is in the description. Okay, now let's get straight into pile 1. You were drawn here to the moon. And let me say this right now. You did not pick this pile randomly. See, the moon is intuition, secrets, things hidden beneath the surface, emotional undercurrents, shadow behavior. This card rules Cancer energy, okay? The zodiac Cancer, emotional tides and things that are not obvious in daylight. So if you have been feeling like something is off, if you've been feeling like this person isn't fully transparent, if you've been picking up on subtle shifts in their tone, their timing, their energy, that is not paranoia. That is perception. And green aventurine, heart chakra. So this connection hit your heart, but it also activated your instincts, which means your heart likes them, but your intuition does not fully trust them. That's already layered. Okay, that's already layered. Now, we have 6 more cards to go in this pile. And these next 6 are going to tell us where this is headed, what their true intentions are, and what you need to prepare for. So let's go ahead and pull card 1. Okay. Now this first card is going to show us the direction of this connection, not the fantasy, not the potential, the trajectory. And what I'm sensing here is like hesitation energy, because this connection is not moving fast, but it's not collapsing either. But it is moving cautiously. So yeah, this is a slow burn energy that I'm picking up mixed with emotional uncertainty. So let's go ahead and pull your first card. And card 1 will tell us where the energy is headed. Thank you, Spirit. Card 1. You have success. This is how they see you. This person feels like you are successful or on your way to being successful in something you are currently doing. That's card 1, but we're going to tap deeper into that energy. But let's go ahead and pull card 2. Thank you, Spirit. You got the Messiah. And the energy says, serving humanity with humility. So let's go ahead and tap into the energy of success. And then we'll move into card 2, Messiah. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. So here's what I'm picking up. Okay, because I'm like, yes, now we're cooking. Okay, this is powerful. The first card out is success, and this is how they see you. This is how they see you. So let's talk about that. This person sees you as elevated, winning, on your way up, or already stepping into something bigger. You are not small in their eyes. You are not average in their eyes. You are not just anybody to them. Okay? They see you shining. They see momentum around you, and they see potential around you. And here's the part that's interesting. Success energy can attract admiration. Okay? Success energy can attract admiration, but it can also trigger insecurity. Because when someone sees you rising, they have to decide whether they are rising too. This person feels like you are going somewhere, and they don't want to look like they're not going anywhere. That's important because now we have to ask, are they inspired by your success or intimidated by it? And shit, that's why we're not stopping here. And because card 2 is about to explain the dynamic, okay? So, this just shifted because Messiah energy is interesting. Because on the light side, it's service, humility, purpose, devotion, and higher calling. But on the shadow side, it can be savior complex, wanting to feel needed, wanting to feel important in your story. So let's connect this. They see you as successful. They see you glowing. They see you leveling up. And now here comes Messiah energy. This person either feels like they want to support you and be a part of your purpose, or feels like they need to be the one who helps you so they can feel significant. And those are 2 different frequencies. Because if you're already stepping into success, you don't need a savior. You need an equal. So now the question becomes, are they trying to walk beside you? Or are they trying to position themselves as necessary? That's layered. And we're only 2 cards in. And we still have 4 more cards to go. And in the total energetic frequency at the end, we're going to see, is this admiration turning into partnership, or is it turning into ego? Because success plus Messiah together can either be power couple energy or power struggle energy. Let's go ahead and move into card 3. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right, thank you, Spirit. Card 3. All right, so you got uninterested, uninterested, Wow. So, all right. So let's talk about it, because this right here, this is like the mixed signal card. This is hot and cold. This is I'm into you, but also I might pull back. And when we connect this to the first two cards, it makes sense because they see you as successful and they feel that Messiah purpose energy around you. But here's the thing. When someone sees you leveling up and they are not fully confident in themselves, they oscillate. Okay, it's like interested, then intimidated, engaged, then distant, showing up, then disappearing. This is someone who is emotionally triggered by your glow. And not because they don't like you. It's not because they don't like you, but because you activate something in them. And let me say this clearly. This card does not mean they don't care. It means their ego and their attraction are fighting each other. See, some days they feel, I want that. Other days they feel, am I enough for that? That's the tension. And that's why your intuition, the moon, has been picking up inconsistencies because the energy is inconsistent. But here's where it gets serious. When someone runs hot and cold, it's usually because they are afraid of vulnerability and they feel behind in life, or they don't feel fully secure standing next to you. And we're not done. We still have 3 cards to pull, and the total energetic frequency. We're going to see, does this person stabilize, or do they stay in the push-pull dynamic? Because hot and cold energy can either mature or it can exhaust you. So let's go. Let's pull card 4. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right. Card 4. You got the 7 of Swords. Ooh, 7 of Swords. Look, this is air energy, so it does govern the air zodiacs, Gemini, Aquarius, and Libra. And of course, that energy could be in the top placements of your astrological birth chart in the sun, moon, rising sign, 7th house of relationships, or the planet Venus, or theirs as a confirmation in the reading. But listen, okay, because now we're not playing anymore, right? We already have success, how they see you, Messiah energy, uninterested. And now card 4, the 7 of Swords. Let's talk about it. Because the 7 of Swords does not show up for no reason. This is avoidance, strategic behavior, sneaky communication, and withholding information, not telling the full truth. Now pause before anyone spirals. This does not automatically mean betrayal, but it does mean something is not being said. Let's connect the dots. Okay, they see you as successful. They feel pulled towards you. They go hot and cold. And now we see the 7 of Swords. That means that this person is thinking more than they are speaking. They are strategizing instead of expressing. They are holding cards close to their chest. This is someone who does not like to be exposed emotionally. So instead of saying, I feel intimidated, I feel insecure, I don't know if I'm enough, they mask it. They deflect it. They may even act detached to protect themselves. And here's where the moon energy from the beginning comes back full circle. Your intuition has been telling you something is not fully transparent. And now the cards are confirming. that there is withheld energy here. This person is not showing their full hand. Now, let me sharpen this. Seven of Swords combined with uninterested means they may disappear when they feel too vulnerable. They may act busy when they feel too exposed. And they also may give half-truths instead of full honesty. Not because they don't feel anything, but because feeling something deeply scares them. And here's the bigger question we're building towards. Is this protectiveness temporary? Is it? Or is this their personality? Okay, so we got 2 more cards to go before the total energetic frequency. And that final energy is going to tell you whether this becomes trust or tension. Okay, so let's go ahead and tap into the energy of card 5. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy? As it does relate, and let's see what's coming through. All right, let's see. Okay, and you got here. Let's see. This says the ascendant. See, the ascendant is the rising sign. Okay, I'm going to tell you all about the ascendant. It's about appearance and first impression. It's also the mask that we wear for the public. And it doesn't have to be a manipulative mask. It's just what the public sees and what you show the public. But let me tell you how it connects to the energy here. Thank you, Spirit. Now, y'all, for those of you that don't know, that the ascendant is an astrological placement in a birth chart. Okay? Now, here's the thing. This is what I'm picking up. Let me break it down clean. Let me slow down. The ascendant, okay, is first impressions, public image, and how someone presents themselves. It's the mask that they wear in the world. It's the version of themselves they allow others to see. Okay, and again, no, a mask doesn't automatically mean manipulation. It means presentation. And when we connect ascendant energy to the Seven of Swords, the hot and cold behavior, success, and Messiah, now we see something. This person cares very deeply about how they are perceived. They do not want to look weak, emotional, insecure, behind, or outmatched, okay? They don't want to look like that. And remember, they see you as successful. So what do? They adjust their presentation. They show you the confident version, the composed version, the controlled version. But internally, there's vulnerability. Internally, there's comparison. Internally, there's, am I enough? So what you are getting from them may not be fake, but it may be curated. This is someone who manages how they appear in front of you. So this is why the uninterested energy exists, because they feel powerful, then lean in. And when they feel exposed, they pull back. And the moon from the beginning, that's you sensing the difference between the surface version and the real version. So let me connect this even tighter. The Seven of Swords plus the Ascendant means, right? Seven of Swords plus the Ascendant means that they do not want you to see their insecurity. So instead of admitting it, they adjust their behavior. They may act aloof, and they may act like they have options. They may act unbothered, but that's presentation energy, not emotional truth. And now we're down to one more card. Card 6 is going to seal this. And then we go straight into the total energetic frequency. So let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right. And you got the Four of Wand energy. Four of Wand. Okay. Now, this is fire. Sagittarius, Leo, and Aries. Could also be seen in the top placements that I mentioned before. Okay. Now listen. This just got grounded. This just like grounded the whole reading. The Four of Wands is its stability, foundation, celebration, home energy, commitment potential, union. This is not casual energy. This is, I see something real here energy. So let's connect everything. Okay, because they see you as success. They feel purpose energy around you. They go hot and cold. They withhold emotionally, and they manage their image. And now Four of Wands, that tells me something very clear. This person does see long-term potential. They do feel something solid, and they do imagine stability with you. But, and this is important, they want stability while still protecting their ego. That's the tension. The Four of Wands is the desire. The Seven of Swords is the defense. And the Ascendant is the mask. The hot and cold is the insecurity. And the moon at the beginning, the moon at the very beginning, that's your intuition picking up the emotional undercurrent. Now, let's seal this. The total energetic frequency, pile 1. This connection is not fake. It is not shallow. It is not meaningless. There's a real admiration here. There is real attraction here. There is a real long-term potential here. But this person is navigating insecurity. They are managing how they appear to you. They do not want to look less successful than you. They do not want to look emotionally vulnerable. And they do not want to look behind. So instead of fully stepping forward confidently, they oscillate, they calculate, they protect. See, the Four of Wands says that the desire for stability is present. The Seven of Swords says the honesty is not fully there yet. The Ascendant says you are seeing the curated version. And the Moon says, trust your intuition. Trust your intuition. Here's the real frequency. This can become solid, but only if this person drops the mask. If they don't, you will feel the inconsistency before you ever see the commitment. And you don't chase stability. You attract it. Clarity family, this person does not think you are small. They think you are powerful. They think you are rising. They think you are someone worth building with. But they are still stabilizing themselves. And you have to decide, do you want potential or do you want presence? If you need personal clarity on your situation, the 3 for $33 is still open because there are details I can say in a personal reading that I will not say here. And if you know, you know. Protect your energy, trust your intuition, and never shrink your light to make someone else feel comfortable. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading. Pile 2. This is about the person on your mind, the one you've been analyzing, the one you've been side-eyeing, and the one where you've been asking yourself, is justice ever going to be served in this connection? Today, we're going to find out what they really think, what they're worried about, and where the karma is involved, and where this is actually headed. Because over here, we don't beg for clarity. We observe and we align. Now, real quick, yes, the 3 for $33 is still open. A lot of you guys have been asking that. So yes, it's still open. And you can ask me any 3 direct questions for just $33. Ask about this person, a new connection, your money, your career, your purpose, or if you just need life coaching, clarity, right? Because you are at a turning point. If you need that clarity, let me say this very clearly. There are things that I can say in a personal reading that I will not say here. And if you know, you know. Everything is in the description. Now, let's get straight into pile 2. Your energy, amethyst plus justice. You were drawn to the amethyst, okay? This is spiritual clarity. That's discernment. And this is third eye awareness. And you also pulled justice, which means that this connection is karmic. This is not random. See, justice shows up when someone owes something. Something was imbalanced. Truth needs to surface and consequences are pending. And let me say this boldly, that this person thought you were for play, and they thought you were light work. They thought you were temporary, and they thought that they could handle you casually. Well, they miscalculated. They did not know who they were dealing with. And now justice is hovering over this connection. And here's the part you need to hear, that this person is worried about justice. They are worried about losing you. They are worried about consequences. They are worried that you have seen through them. And when justice shows up, it means the scales are shifting. And you have been wondering, will balance ever happen here? Yes, but maybe not in the way you expected. Now, we have 6 more cards to go in this pile. Each one is going to tell us what they're thinking, what they're afraid of, and what their next move is, and whether this ends in reconciliation or regret. And so let's go ahead and pull card 1. See, because card 1 is going to show us the direction this connection is moving, and not what you hope, not what they promise, the trajectory. And what I'm seeing here is realization energy. This person is realizing they underestimated you, okay? And they are realizing that you are not easily replaced, okay? You're not easily replaced. They're realizing that their behavior has consequences. Okay, so let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Card 1. All right. You have intuition. All right. Intuition is ruled by the moon. All right, so let's go ahead and pull card 2, and then we'll channel both energies together. Card 2 is the destroyer, but it is in reverse. It's the shadow attributes. It says intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams or potential. Let's go ahead and tap into the energy of intuition, and then we'll slide over here to destroyer. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Now, pile 2 is not soft. Pile 2 is sharp. Okay. Oh, we're building this clean, okay? So here's what's going on. First of all, this is confirmation. It's confirmation you already knew. Justice brought accountability. Intuition confirms awareness. This person knows you see through them. They know you're not blind. They know you're not naive. And they know you peep patterns. This is not someone dealing with someone easy to manipulate. And this is someone dealing with someone intuitive. You felt the shift. You felt the inconsistency. And you felt when their tone changed. You felt when they pulled back. And here's the part that hits. They know you know. They know you know. That's uncomfortable for them. Because when someone realizes that you can read energy, they can't play strategy the same way. Now let's slide into card 2. Now, this is where it gets serious. Destroyer is the shadow. Destroyer in the shadow is intoxication with destructive power, destroying others' dreams, sabotage, ego-driven damage, but in reverse, which means something, that this person either tried to sabotage this connection and it backfired, or they thought they had more control than they actually did. Well, let's be honest. There was ego here. There was a moment where they thought, I can handle this however I want. There was a moment where they might have pulled back intentionally, tested you, and tried to humble you, tried to see if you would chase. But here's the twist. Destroyer reversed means that energy did not land the way they thought it would. Instead of you shrinking, you recalibrated. Instead of you begging, you observed. Instead of you chasing, you shifted. And now justice is watching. So intuition plus destroyer reverse, it tells me everything very clear. They underestimated your awareness and they thought they could control the narrative, but you were already 10 steps ahead. And now they are realizing that they may have damaged something they actually value. And this is why you need to stay until the end, because in the total energetic frequency, we're going to see, does this person rebuild or do they self-sabotage permanently? Because destroyer energy can either transform or ruin. And right now, they're at the crossroads. So we still have 4 more cards. So let's go ahead and pull card 3. All right, so let's see. Card 3, what is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. You got Forcer. The card says, pushy energy, crosses boundaries, get what they want by any means. Does this sound familiar? Okay. Does this sound familiar? All right, so let's break this down clean. Justice is in the reading, which means balance is being restored. Intuition says you saw something. And destroyer reverse says that they may have tried to control something and it backfired. Now, Forcer, this is control energy. This is, I want this my way. And this is someone who is not used to being told no. This is someone who pushes emotional boundaries to see how far they can go. Now, here's the interesting part. Forcer energy does not always show up aggressive. Sometimes it shows up subtle, like testing your patience, testing your availability, and testing how much you'll tolerate trying to re-enter when it's convenient. And here's what connects it all. They thought you were light work. Okay? They thought they could handle you casually, and they thought you could set the pace. They thought they could set the pace. But justice came in, and your intuition clocked in. So now this person is realizing you are not someone they can push around. And that's uncomfortable, because Forcer energy, it thrives on reaction. But you gave them observation instead. Now let's sharpen it. Forcer plus destroyer reversed means that They may have tried to manipulate the tempo of this connection. They may have tried to slow fade, pull back to create anxiety, and show up intensely and then disappear, or assert dominance emotionally. But instead of controlling you, they expose themselves. And now justice is watching. And this is someone who is learning the hard way that you are not to be toyed with. Now, here's the key question we're building towards. Does this person soften, or do they double down on control? Because we still have 3 cards before the total energetic frequency. And that summary is going to tell whether this turns into accountability or escalation. So let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. All right. Card 4. You got the 3 of Wand energy. 3 of Wand. Fire, Sagittarius, Leo, Aries. That energy could be in the top placements of their birth chart or yours. That fire, creative energy. It's that push energy too. It could be in the sun, moon, rising signs, 7th house of relationships, or even the planet Venus in your astrological birth chart or theirs. Okay. Now, this is expansion energy. This is waiting for results, looking towards the future, planning the next move, anticipating what's coming. Now, let's connect it. Justice is in the reading. Intuition says you saw through them. Destroyer reversed says that their control attempt backfired. Forcer says that they tried to push the energy. And 3 of Wands, this person is watching. They are waiting to see how this plays out. They are not as confident as they were before. 3 of Wands is, let me see what happened next. So this is someone who is observing your response. They are measuring distance. They are assessing whether they still have access. This is not detached energy. This is strategic patience. And here's the twist. 3 of Wands also represents distance, physical or emotional, which means they may not be making bold moves right now. They're watching, calculating, planning. Now here's where it gets sharp. Forcer energy wants control. 3 of Wands is forced to wait. That's frustrating. Because when someone is used to pushing, right, now has to wait, okay? That means that the power dynamic shifted. And justice is balancing the scale. Now, this is where you stay to the end, because in the total energetic frequency, we're going to see, does this waiting turn into pursuit, or does it turn into pride? We got 2 more cards. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. Card 5. You got the North Node. The card says destiny, purpose, activation. North Node. I'm going to tell you what North Node means. This is an astrological placement. I'm going to tell you exactly what it is and what it means and how it relates to the energy in this connection. Okay, so this is layered, okay? North Node in a birth chart, it represents your destiny, purpose, activation, life, your life path, and fated encounters. Now let's talk about what the North Node actually is. Astrologically, the North Node represents where your soul is growing, what lessons you're meant to step into, the uncomfortable but necessary path, destiny energy, karmic evolution. It's not easy energy, it's growth energy. It pulls you forward, it activates you. Now let's connect this to the reading. Justice started this pile. That means karmic balance. Intuition says you saw through something. Destroyer reverse says ego backfired. Forcer says they tried to push. And Three of Wands says that they're watching. And North Node, this connection is not random. This is karmic activation. And this person triggered growth in you. And you triggered growth in them. This was not just chemistry. This was evolutionary pressure. North Node energy says that this connection forced both of you to level up. It forced boundaries. It forced awareness. It forced maturity. And here's the part that matters. North Node does not always mean forever. It means necessary. So this connection is either activating destiny together or activating destiny through separation. But it's purposeful. Now here's the deeper layer. Forcer energy tries to control. North Node energy cannot be controlled. Destroyer reversed tried to manipulate. North Node energy corrects manipulation, and justice oversees it, which means that this person may be realizing you are not just an option. You were a turning point, and that realization hits different. And now we have one more card before we go straight into the total energetic frequency. Card 6 is going to show us, does destiny bring union or lessens completion? Let's go ahead and pull card 6. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy as it does relate? And let's see what's coming through. You got the 7 of coins. 7 of coins is earth energy. So it's Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And also in the placements that I mentioned earlier. Okay. Now, oh yes, now we can close this properly. Okay. So this is patience, investment, assessment, and waiting to see the return. Now let's unlock this, okay? Let's lock this in. Justice started the pile, karmic balance. Intuition, you saw through it. Destroyer reversed, their ego backfired. Forcer, they tried to push control. And Three of Wands, now they're watching. And in North Node, destiny activation. And now 7 of coins. This person is evaluating. They are asking themselves, was this worth it? Did I invest correctly? Did I sabotage something that had long-term potential? Is there still time to repair this? 7 of coins is not impulsive. It's reflective. It's slow. It's someone looking at what they planted and wondering what will grow. And here's the thing. 7 of coins paired with North Node. This was not casual. This was growth. But growth requires accountability. And justice is still sitting at the top of this reading, which means that this person understands something now. You were not for play. You were not filler. You were not temporary entertainment. You were investment energy. And they are now realizing that investments require care. Now let's seal it. Total energetic frequency, pile 2. This connection is karmic. There was ego. There was control. There may have been manipulation or push-pull tactics. But justice flipped the script. You saw through it. You didn't react. You recalibrated. And now this person is watching, evaluating, reflecting, and feeling the weight of consequences. North Node says this was destiny activation. Seven of Coins says they are thinking long term now. And the real question, will they act before the opportunity passes? Because justice balances whether they move or not. And here's the truth. You already shifted the power dynamic. They know who you are now. The scales are not in their favor anymore. And that's uncomfortable. Clarity family, this was not random. This was not meaningless. This was karmic pressure. This was destiny activation. And this person knows they misjudged you. And now they're deciding rebuild or regret. If you need personal clarity, the 3 for $33 is still open because there are details I can say in a private reading that I won't say here. And if you know, you know. Protect your peace, trust your discernment, and never let someone test you twice. Hi, Clarity family. Welcome to your reading, Pile 3. This is about the person on your mind, the one you feel chemistry with, the one that feels electric, and the one that makes you sit up a little straighter. Today, we're going to find out what they truly want, what they're planning, and whether this is real power or just potential, and where this is actually headed. Because you already know how we do it over here. We don't just read feelings, we read intentions, we read strategy, we read outcomes. And now real quick, yes, a lot of you guys have been asking. The 3 for $33 is still open, and you can ask me 3 direct questions for just $33. Ask about this person, a new connection, your money, your career, your business, or if you just need clarity coaching because you are in your power era, I got you. And let me say this clearly. There are things that I can say in a personal reading that I will not say here. And if you know, you know. Everything is in the description. Now let's get into pile 3. Listen, you were drawn to the carnelian crystal and the magician card. The carnelian is, that's confidence, that's boldness, that's attraction energy, that's creative fire. And being drawn to the magician, which means that this connection is not passive. This is manifestation energy. This is someone who knows how to create outcomes. This is someone who understands influence. Let me just say this person is not confused about you. They are aware of the chemistry. They are aware of the pull. They are aware of the spark. But the magician can operate 2 ways. A light side, intentional, focused, manifesting something real. Shadow side, manipulative, strategic, playing the long game. So now the question becomes, are they building something or are they performing something? And that's what these next 6 cards are about to expose. You got 6 more cards in this pile. Now, each one is going to tell us what they're thinking, what they're planning, whether this becomes powerful or problematic, and what you need to watch. So let's go ahead and pull card 1. And this first card is going to show us what they're trying to create in this connection, not what they say, not what they flirt about, but what they are energetically building. And what I am sensing here is strong, intentional energy. This person is not casually thinking about you. They are considering strategy. They are considering timing. They are considering how to approach you. So let's go ahead and pull card 1. What is the energy as it does relate? You got take the first step. Ooh, card 1. So I'm going to go ahead and pull card 2. And then we will channel both energies together. All right. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. You got Fool. The card says, fearlessly revealing emotion, helping people laugh at absurdity and hypocrisy. So let's go ahead and tap into the energy of take the first step, and then we will slide here to the Fool. Thank you, Spirit. Listen. Okay, first of all, the person knows that they need to move. This is not confusion energy. Take the first step is initiative, action, breaking hesitation, and someone deciding to go for it. So right away, this tells me something very clear. They are thinking about approaching you. They are thinking about making a move, and they are thinking about shifting the dynamic. The Magician energy we opened with, that's manifestation. Take the first step says they know action is required. Now, here's what makes this interesting. The card does not say wait. It does not say wait. It says move, which means internally, this person feels the pull strongly enough to act. But we have to slide in the card too. Now, this shifts the tone. The Fool is bold. The Fool is playful. The Fool takes risk. The Fool does not overcalculate. But the Fool can also be impulsive. So let's combine it. Okay. Let's combine it. Magician plus take the first step plus the Fool. This person wants to initiate something fresh. They want to reset the energy. They want to approach you without heaviness. They may try to joke their way back in, act light, act spontaneous, or pretend nothing serious happened. Because the Fool likes a clean slate. And here's the deeper layer. The Fool reveals emotional fearlessness. Okay? The Fool reveals emotion fearlessly, which means underneath the playfulness, there are real feelings. This person may come in casual, but it won't be shallow. And this is why you need to stay until the end, because in the total energetic frequency, we're going to see, is this playful boldness leading to stability? Or is it just thrill-seeking energy? Because the Fool starts journeys, but not all journeys are long-term. Now, we still have 4 more cards, and this is where it gets interesting. Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Card 3. Thank you, Spirit. What is the energy? All right, so you got always partying. The card says shots every weekend. No time for you. Party first, love later. Okay. Wow, pile 3 just got exposed. Okay, because we got the Magician and take the first step, the Fool, and now card 3, always party. Shots every weekend, no time for you. Party first, love later. All right, so let's not panic. Let's decode, because this card doesn't automatically mean they don't care. It means priority issues. Now let's connect it. Magician equals intentional. Take the first step equals wants to move. Fool equals playful, bold, spontaneous. Always partying. This person enjoys freedom. They enjoy stimulation. They enjoy movement. They enjoy options. They may live a lifestyle that is social, busy, distracted, attention-filled. And here's the truth. This is someone who likes excitement. They like thrill. They like being seen. And that can either be charming or inconsistent. Now, here's the deeper layer. Fool plus always partying means that they might approach you playfully. They might flirt. They might act spontaneous. But if their lifestyle is chaotic, consistency becomes the issue. So this is someone who could genuinely like you, but still struggle with discipline. And remember, the magician is strategic. So this person knows how to present themselves. But always party says long-term grounding may not be their strongest muscle yet. And here's where it gets sharp. You were drawn to the carnelian, confidence, magnetism, fire. This is chemistry, energy. But chemistry does not equal commitment. So now we are building suspense. Does this person grow up or stay in the thrill? Because we still have 3 more cards. And in the total energetic frequency, we're going to see, is this fun energy evolving or just entertaining you? Let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Card 4. And let's see what's coming through. What is the energy as it does relate? You got the 2 of Pentacles. 2 of Pentacles is earth energy. Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. And this earth energy is loyal, consistent, it's stable energy, grounded. It could be seen in the top placements of their birth chart or yours as a confirmation in a reading. So this energy could be in the sun, moon, rising sign, 7th house of relationships, or even the planet Venus. But, okay, this is messy in a cute way. So let's get into it. We got the magician, take the first step, the fool, and always party. And now the 2 of Pentacles, which is balance, juggling, and trying to manage multiple priorities. Let's connect this properly. Take the first step says that they want to initiate. Fool says they're bold and playful. Always party says they enjoy excitement and social freedom. 2 of Pentacles, this person is juggling. They are trying to balance you, their lifestyle, their freedom, their responsibility, and possibly other options. The 2 of Pentacles is not stable yet. It's, I'm trying to manage it all. So this is someone who may genuinely like you, but they're still figuring out where you fit in their life. And here's the deeper layer. 2 of Pentacles can mean that they are deciding whether to shift priority because juggling gets exhausting. And when someone realizes they can't juggle forever, they choose. Okay, so now this is where it gets interesting because magician plus 2 of Pentacles means that they are calculating which path benefits them most. So always party plus 2 of Pentacles means that they're asking themselves, do I keep the fun lifestyle or do I stabilize something meaningful? And that's the crossroads. Now remember, carnelian energy is confident. You are not competing. You are not chasing. You are not standing. You are standing, okay? You're the one standing, which means if they want you, they have to rebalance. So we got 2 more cards, and this is where it either tightens up or stays chaotic. Now let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Let's see what's coming through. All right, let's go here. You got conjunction. I'm going to tell you what a conjunction is, what it means. It's an aspect between planets. It's integration, synergy, and unity. And I'm also going to tell you astrologically how this conjunction energy resonates with you and this person on your mind. All right, so it simply means that there is more power when two planets come together. All right, but let me start at the top because pile 3 is layered in a different way. So we're still here. You got the Magician and take the first step, the Fool, always party, and Two of Pentacles. And now conjunction, which is card 5. So a conjunction is when two planets sit in the same degree or very close together. And again, that means integration, blending, intensification, unity, and amplified energy. Conjunctions are not casual. They merge energy. They intensify it. So let's connect this to the relationship. Magician equals manifestation. Take the first step equals initiative. Fool equals new beginning. Always party equals thrill plus distraction. Two of Pentacles equals juggling priorities. Now conjunction. This connection feels magnetic when you two are in the same space. When you two are in the same space, the energy fuses. There's synergy. There's chemistry. There's intensity. This is not lukewarm. This is not May, right? It's not that. This is amplified when together. And here's the real layer. Conjunction energy makes things stronger. So if the chemistry is strong, it gets stronger. If the chaos is present, it gets louder. Conjunctions doesn't neutralize energy. It magnifies it. Now, astrologically speaking, conjunctions activate destiny points. They activate personality traits. They activate desire. So when this person is around you, something in them switches on. And that's why Take the First Step showed up. That's why Fool energy showed up. They feel the activation. But here's the tension. Two of Pentacles says that they're juggling. Always party says they love stimulation. Conjunction says when you're together, it's powerful. And so now the question becomes, do they choose to merge consistently? Or do they keep you in occasional intensity? Because conjunctions can either build partnership or create obsession. And that depends on maturity. We have one more card. And card 6 is going to decide whether this becomes alignment or imbalance. So let's go. What is the energy as it does relate? Card 6. What is coming through? You got the Ace of Cups. Cup energy is water. It rules over the emotions in the water zodiac, Scorpio, Cancer, and Pisces. And those zodiacs apply to the energy that I mentioned earlier. Now, this is water energy, new love, emotional opening, also overflow and vulnerability. Now pause because this just shifted the entire tone. Let's connect everything clean. Magician, intentional energy, take the first step, wants to initiate. Fool, bold, spontaneous, emotional risk. Always party, distraction, thrill, lifestyle, freedom. Two of Pentacles, juggling priorities. Conjunction, magnetic synergy when together. And now Ace of Cups. That's not casual. That's real feeling. That's emotional potential. That's someone who could actually open their heart. And the Ace of Cups does not show up for surface attraction. It shows up when emotional depth is possible. So here's what this tells me. Underneath the lifestyle, underneath the juggling, underneath the playful energy, there are genuine emotions developing. This person may start playful, but they don't end playful. They feel something. And that's why take the first step came out. That's why conjunction came out. This is not just physical. This is emotional potential. So here's the tension. Ace of Cups requires emotional maturity. Two of Pentacles requires decision. Always party requires lifestyle adjustment. So the real question isn't, do they feel something? Yes. The real question is, are they ready to prioritize it? Now let's seal it. A total energetic frequency, pile 3. This connection is magnetic. It is intentional. It is chemistry heavy. It is emotionally promising. There is attraction. There is strategy. There is emotional potential. But there's also distraction, juggling, lifestyle imbalance. Ace of Cups says new emotional energy is available. Conjunction says when you're together, it intensifies. And Magician says they know what they're doing. Two of Pentacles says that they are deciding where to place you. And Always Party says they enjoy freedom. Here's the truth. If this person chooses you, they will step forward boldly. If they don't choose you, it won't be because they don't feel something. It will be because they aren't ready to stabilize. And carnelian energy, that's confidence. You don't chase, you attract. Clarity family, this is not dead energy. This is not shallow energy. This is activated energy. There's emotional potential here. The question is not whether they feel it. The question is whether they grow into it. So if you need personal clarity on your exact situation, the 3 for $33 is still open because there are specifics that I can say in private that I won't say here. And if you know, you know. Stay confident, stay magnetic, and never shrink your fire for someone who is still learning how to handle the heat.